Mhm.
Craig.
Craig, get your
Just a,
boy in line.
for just a split second, I was like, "Who joined?" Because I didn't realize he was gone.
Craig Bart.
Craigie boy. Go ahead and restart your music. Catch a vibe.
It's everybody's second favorite robot. It's Craig.
Don't project. I know a lot
Sorry,
of
Craig.
robots.
hmm
I got,
You've
I
been-
got, I got a lot of robot friends. I can just kind of say stuff like that.
That's why you. Yeah. hmm
Yeah, they're
You're
fine with
valid
it.
and you're heard. All right. Getting back into it. We would see our new party of 4 beginning to set out from Ravenholm, embarking southward towards the small town of Longbarrow, with a pit stop at a cave that Warren had stumbled across just a little over a day or so travel outside of Ravenholm. You would know that last day of travel that you had to sort of press on a little bit longer into the night in order to actually get to Ravenholm. So you're hoping with, clear skies loosely overhead, the sort of muggy weather, you're hoping you could get to this cave in about a day. With Warren in the lead, all 4 beginning to head south. Warren, go ahead and give me a survival check, and anyone can offer help or make their own survival check if as the pointed second in our sort of search for the cave.
If no one else has better experience or whatever, I'd probably offer my assistance. I'm no expert. I got a 2 in survival without proficiency.
I have a 0, so
All right, then.
You said perception,
Yeah, I got
Survival.
a big old death and
survival.
awe.
I've got it. Sorry, I've got a +2.
Can we all roll, or would it just be me who could have advantage because I've been there?
You could have advantage, or both of you could roll.
Just take both. So I don't have the. I ain't got no modifier.
Only because you're the only one who knows where this thing is, so
Mhm.
I'm making you at least roll in one of these scenarios.
To make sure. Whew.
Not bad. 15.
So
Better than me.
14. 2 very solid rolls.
We're gonna find the shit out of this cave.
As our party continues on their trek, hour after hour progressing, thankfully able to follow the narrow northern stretch. As Warren, you basically just ran out from the cave to the forest to the path. So you're trekking down the road as far as you can until you maybe see some landmarks you maybe recall. With a 15, you feel pretty confident after almost a full day of travel, maybe about 6 or so hours into this day. You come to where you think you ran out of the actual woods, found the path, continued on north previously. So you begin to head back out into the forest, leaving the path, leading your comrades closer and closer to the ever looming mountain range. Continuing on this trek westward, cutting through some of the forest. Another maybe 30, 45 minutes sort of progressing on before the sort of thick trees that you've been walking through begin to thin out a little bit as you get closer and closer to the base of the mountains. And as you continue on, Warren, you would finally begin to see it. Sort of coming over a large hill, a scattering of trees, looking at almost the base of the mountain proper now. You swear you can see this small divot, this almost like puncture in the earth that to the untrained eye maybe just looks like a cove. But as you begin to lead the party closer and closer, you can begin to see that this cove is a cave, fairly decent sized. It seems to press into the base of the mountain. As all of you begin to approach this cave entrance, Warren, you are 100% sure this is the cave that you slept in, found shelter in, and had your crossbow stolen in.
Um. Uh. Do we have any daylight left, or is it basically like kind of make camp time?
Looking up, you would wager you maybe have maybe about an hour or so of decent daylight, thanks to your survival rolls and all of you having, you know, fairly good pace. You were able to make great time getting here, having a pretty direct path. Um, so yeah, you got a little bit of daylight. You could definitely set up camp. It would be a bit early, but you'd have plenty of daylight to sort of set up and search the area if that's what you're looking for.
Uh. I would just see what they want to do. I guess we have about an hour. We could just try and like get in there and find somebody to talk to, or we can just try and set up camp nearby or in the cave. Talk to them in the morning. Although they seem to be somewhat active at night, so I lost my crossbow.
Hmm.
So group consensus, or we can kind of set up camp at the mouth, and it seems to go far back in. I guess we can just explore until we find a spot.
I mean, I think we should bed down for the night.
All right.
Don't
So
want
next-
to waste too much time.
Yeah. So next up, do we try to? You want to be in the cave or nearby? Because again, inside the cave seems to be a little active. So we could do it. I just think we might be bothered. One more chance of an encounter, if that makes sense.
I vote that we set up camp nearby, but not in the caves. I feel like that might be sort of provoking.
Yeah, I think I'm with it. Well, we could just backtrack a little bit. There's a little clearing back there. Not really seen, kind of out of sight at the mouth of the cave. And
Close
then,
enough to keep an eye, but not be seen ourselves.
yeah, and then maybe first thing in the morning, we'll head out. How's the weather look?
It's
Rainy
still
potentially?
gray. It's still very gray. No rain, windy a little bit. If it is gonna rain, you don't think it would be anytime soon or anything too drastic?
All right. Well, let's set up camp. We'll try and just be discreet. If the weather holds, maybe a small fire and try to not be seen. And obviously, if it pours, then well, we
Retreat
probably
into
wouldn't
the
be able to
cave.
have a fire anyway. We'll probably have to play that one by ear. Well, I have do I have? Ooh, I don't know if I have a tent. You guys have a bedroll.
It's not standard to have a tent.
Mm-mm. Should have a tent. Well, let's do this. Let's find a spot, maybe just to hunker down, rest a little bit, keep an eye on the cave, and maybe in the meantime, we could just see what we can gather firewood-wise. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
You got it.
Right. Maybe somebody kind of watches the cave first, like in between, in the
I
brush
can keep
between us.
watch on
kinda.
the cave. That's what we need for now. We'll
Yeah.
definitely need a watch during the night.
For sure.
Take turns, I assume.
Yeah, so let's just find a spot, kind of get some gather wood, try and keep it dry, get it under a blanket, and after that, maybe we just kind of take it easy because it could be a long night.
Easy enough. With our survival checks persisting, able to find that nice little spot in the glen, giving you a pretty good bird's eye view, almost at like a downward angle of the actual entrance to the cave, or the cave entrance itself. Maybe a few outcropping outlier trees that you sort of make a loose camping nearby. All of you having plenty of space to set up some bedrolls, small campfire, keeping it low. The sun slowly beginning to set as camp is finalized, watches are fully set in. Any particular conversations or activities as the sun would be beginning to set on this day?
I don't have a bedroll, so I was hoping that maybe like I normally probably just set up like something makeshift from the area, just so I'm not sleeping on the actual ground. That's how you die of exposure.
Yeah, find some foliage.
Like I made a bed of pine needles. This is nice.
I mean, that's literally all you need to not freeze to death in the night. So yeah, I think Hyperion would probably know that about me, and
Excellent.
I'd ask him to help me gather materials for that since I'm watching the cave. Can't really do both.
Yeah,
I
he
could
would
watch the cave for now.
I think we're going to Kira.
If you're, I haven't had a drink since breakfast.
I'm
It's
not
more-
worried about that.
It's more the talk of like recklessness, and you seem a little quick to the trigger, so to speak.
Well, I mean, these are goblins that we are dealing with, so I mean, I figured that maybe Kira would, she's Sani, the best person to handle it. No offense to you.
Yeah, just
Francisco.
help us set up camp. I'll be fine. Hyperion knows how I like my little makeshift bed at night.
It's like a little nest. I'm good
Yeah.
at this.
Sure.
He's a big, strong, 5 foot tall bird. He can gather materials lickety split.
All right. Well, hopefully he makes it your nest to your standards. He's like thinking to himself if goblins sleep in nests.
I guess. Do we want a fire, or are we trying to not have a smoke trail?
He wants to build like a small fire, where you're kind of just throwing small twigs, like a base for a bigger one, just in case they need it. But he was hoping to find maybe dig like a little bit down into the dirt, nothing crazy, and then just try and like position like a tree in between as best he can.
Yeah.
So yes, fire, but trying to be conscious about it is basically.
I think that's fair.
I mean,
Again,
I don't
saying
know
it's
how
invisible, but-
realistic we're being, but I think it's going to be hard to make a smokeless fire, what with the rains lately, because the best way to get a smokeless fire is really, really dry material, and I
really
don't think there's an abundance of that right now.
That is fair, because I was soaking wet last night, so everything would be wet.
yeah, everything is still pretty damp out. Not a whole lot of sun to dry up much of anything today.
Personally, I was
That's why
hoping
brought it
that
up to the-
it was like, I pictured like camp opening and then somebody kind of far off that can see it, and then we're just like far off from them, but within earshot. So I was hoping it really wouldn't be an eye shot of the entrance, if that makes sense.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, from where you're currently positioned, for someone to get a good sight from you from the cave, they would have to fully step out from the cave and be pretty exposed, like
Yeah.
basically revealing them.
Then that's kind of what I would want. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We'll just then. Yeah. I mean, unless you want to go without a fire and just rough it.
No, fire sounds very nice. It is fairly wet around here.
So then he'd still make the fire, maybe keep like other wood nearby, so it's kind of dry now.
All right.
And then he might throw in some rations, make it comfortable, set up some rotations, but he wouldn't say I'll be right back.
Yeah. Anything else from the rest of our party as the sun begins to set lower and lower, threatening to bring night rather quickly?
Just got to agree on watch, I think.
hmm
I'll take middle of the night. I have dark vision and all that, so
I don't think I do this time. I do not.
Yeah, I need to
So
double
I will
check
take
real quick. I don't think
first
I do.
watch.
But...
So
Yeah,
you
no.
get up before the sun anyway, so you could take like final
Oh
watch
yeah, I
or
can take
whatever.
final watch. The dawning.
Dawn.
Sounds very Trogdor the Burninator coded.
So are we needing someone for first watch?
Hmm. If we're all taking a watch, then we need first and second figured out.
I
We're
can do
splitting it into
first
3. Okay.
before it gets too dark.
There. Francisco first watch. I got last watch Hyperion. Did we want to do a third watch? We got enough party members for it now.
I'd be middle watch, middle of the night.
Okay. Middle watch. I like it. Night progressing on, maybe seeing those loosely fractured nighttime routines from everyone, a little different from the first night we saw them. Sun fully setting now. You would see the moon vaguely obfuscated through that very transparent but still smoky cloudscape.
Alright. Sorry about it.
You're good. Did we have anything else for this night before we get into sleep and starting up watches?
Just sitting around the campfire and telling ghost stories.
Fair enough.
I mean, I guess Francisco would like get out the bedroll and do a meditation after his watch.
What would
But other than that,
Francisco's meditation look like, just for a little flavor's sake?
Hmm. Well, I guess he would like do some weird stretching out before doing the meditation,
It
and
would-
it would
Called it.
almost kind of look like somebody doing
Contortionism?
I think it'd
not
be
quite
funny.
that extreme, but like it's like a drunken version of like the slow like movements that they do.
Tai Chi?
And, yeah, Tai Chi.
I think it's still lotus pose, but you always look like you're gonna fall over and pass out drunk.
Yeah, somehow I keep bobbing from
Just
side to
really
side, and
wobbly.
but like I haven't drinking today yet.
So you say.
He
Mhm.
hasn't. Well, I mean, I guess besides breakfast.
What's that hat with the 2 flasks strapped to it? Then?
My backup.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else for the night, we'll start with some perception checks for our watches. For the first watch, we have Francisco.
Oh.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Big rolls.
Big rolls.
First portion of the watch, sort of lingering on. Time slowly dawdles on, but would go by peacefully. Enough for you to go and easily wake up Kira for that sort of middle shift.
Kind of taps you with the quarterstaff.
Or wake up
Can wake up.
instantly.
Oh, okay, that was easier
Grabs
than I
it
thought.
before you even touched.
Yeah, maybe. Time already?
Yeah.
All right. Sleep tight, little
that's-
weirdo.
That's when you see him go over and doing his weird stretching Tai Chi.
He just begins to do that and like slowly begins to lull down and like eventually just clocks out. For Kira, go ahead and give me a perception check. And since you have dark vision, it will be with advantage.
Nice.
Got a little bit of the campfire glow. You're able to look
Nice.
around. 18. Your watch begins to linger on. Maybe keep an eye on your surroundings. Maybe even do a very light patrol. Just keeping an eye on the general surroundings. Coming back around, looking at that mouth of the cave. Maybe like 120 feet away from you guys at most. You have this elevation advantage. With an 18 perception, you swear you see a small figure, hood up, sort of poke their head out, look around, maybe take a half step or two, and then retreat inside the cave, like within a split second. Like they were doing a survey and then retreating.
Hmm. And how like far into this watch has that been?
Maybe like an hour or two into your watch. So maybe collectively everyone's been sleeping for about maybe 4-ish hours, or reaching 5 hours, maybe.
And each watch is like a little under 3 hours, probably.
Yeah, like ballpark, kind of amorphous. Some people maybe give a little bit longer, some maybe try to cut it a little short.
Okay. I think I'll just kind of post up somewhere, like maybe up in a tree. Just like a good spot where I'm nice and hidden and I can keep an eye on that cave while also still being able to glance back over at camp and stuff.
hmm And you guys have some pretty good trees nearby just for that, giving you that extra elevation and security. And the sort of second portion of your watch going through uneventfully. As you
Mm.
probably have the realization, it's just about time for you to go and wake up Hyperion.
I don't know if I want to, Like
Sure.
so we're playing like realistic or whatever. Do I have to risk any kind of exhaustion or something by passing up on the rest of the night for sleep?
The first night you won't, but if you try to push it to like 2 days without a full rest, then that's when we'll start having some checks to see how you're doing.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay then, because he wakes up early anyway, so he'll be up soon enough on his own. I'm just gonna keep an eye out. So I know I have better eyes than him anyway. No offense.
And the third portion of the watch begins to sort of start in a little slow. Winds maybe begin to pick up just a little bit. The air maybe feels just a little more chilly. Give me one more perception check with advantage, Kira.
Okay. Boom.
Oh shit!
Whee!
I see all.
Sheesh.
Big natural 20. As your watch continues on and on, you can vaguely begin to see the sun start to rise. Maybe begin to see Warren like fully stir, beginning to like stretch and sit up a little bit. Maybe seeing a similar movement from Hyperion. Looking back over at the cave, do you feel confident that nothing else came or went from that cave during the final portion of the watch? It's that one
Cool.
strange event about partway through the night.
I'll just greet everyone as they wake up. For once, I'm the first one awake. It's just because I stayed up.
You probably see already stirring as well, doing some vague stretches. You would already begin to see. Um, I keep wanting to call you Lucius because it's so close to whatever, but you'd see Francisco beginning to like get up and do their stretches. Everyone's slowly stirring.
Restless night, Kira.
Well, I saw something a little strange in the middle of the night. I just figured I wouldn't even be able to sleep after that anyway.
Oh,
But I
you know,
kept an eye out. I didn't see anything after that.
fun. You know my eyes don't see too well.
Yeah, it's true. You got your strengths, but certainly not that. I saw someone poke their head out the cave, take a little look around. They didn't seem to leave, and I didn't see anything after that either.
They seem alarmed.
Mhm. They didn't seem to notice us, right? It was just kind of like a check.
Yeah, from what you saw, they were just doing a survey check of the area real quick and heading back in. They were definitely not looking out long range, just like general vicinity.
No, they definitely didn't seem to notice us. Kind of did like a quick look see, you know. They
Hmm.
probably keep an eye on the area. I can only imagine if we had camped closer, what might have happened.
Huh. Good call. Good call. Well, shall we get this show on the road? What do? We just go up and like knock on the cave entrance, shout in, "Hey goblins."
I mean, we'd have to find where they're at. I mean, it seems to go pretty far back. I threw some stuff that was lit up. Well, I tried to. It didn't go very far, but
Well, we are blessed with the knowledge that someone came to the front door, so to speak. Might be able to track them back.
well, yeah. I see. Maybe we just pack up our camp, have some rations, and explore a cave, I guess.
Yeah, we should eat and discuss, pass around ideas. Even you, Francisco.
I mean, I'm kind of trying to let you call the shots, but I'll throw in my 2 cents.
Of
I don't
course.
want to start
Well,
nothing.
good. That's good to hear. Uh, suppose I just worry that we might make him a little squirrely, just running in there like that. Can't decide what would be safest. Maybe I just went in by myself, or maybe me and Hyperion, since we speak Goblin and all.
I mean, sure, we could. I mean, we could just kind of hang back, try and be out of sight, out of mind. I mean, it's a cave, right? All the way out.
Oh
Yeah, whatever.
goodness, are you not very experienced with caves, sir?
But
They're quite
I'll be
complicated
honest
little.
with you. I don't really go much past, where I can see the entrance. It's just like a personal thing.
Of course.
I'll do it. Really doesn't want to. Looks.
Well, we have no guarantee that there's only one way in or out. Is my point.
That's fair. Okay. Well, just follow your lead on this one.
Well, maybe it might be best if we just sort of hang out in that front chamber and try to call for their attention. Let them know we're trying to get in there peaceful like and have a chat. Can't imagine they'd expect strangers to be knocking at their door speaking in goblin and whatnot.
It's fair. Both have dark vision, or
Oh no,
I
I
can
can't.
see mighty fine in the dark.
that makes sense. Well, how about me and Francisco just hang out in the front of the cave, and if we don't hear from you after so long, look for you or tell your story. And here, I can give you these, and I'll grab 3 ball bearings, and I'll use my magic tinkering, and I'll shed a bright light in a 5-foot radius, a dim light for an additional 5.
Oh, well.
And
Hyperion could hold on to these. They don't really do me much good.
yeah, so you just kind of roll them ahead if you want to see or check out a path, or you just kind of hold them out in your hand, and it's just light, or you just put it in your pocket. no one can see it.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll try to handle this all peaceful like. And if we come run out of that cave, I expect you'll be right on our heels.
Should we
Yeah, we'll
have
be
like
ready.
should we have like a trigger like a
Hmm.
phrase that we say that like if things are going bad that you guys know things are going bad so
Yeah,
that we can be like on it, you know.
like for us to come in or for when you're running out.
For like them to come in, right?
Yeah, because if we can run
Mhm.
out, then we'd just be running out. But if we
Yeah,
need them
just
to come in, that's probably what we call for.
Well, we'll see. Who knows if we could even hear you.
Optimistic fellow, I see.
Oh, what? I was just
Uh,
trying to be practical. Okay, when you think backup's coming or not. Look, just if things go bad, back out. Trust your instincts. He'll be fine. You're champions or something like that.
Oh, that's channel. Come on,
Sure,
come on,
sure.
Warren. Come on. We've been traveling
get-
together a whole day.
Yeah. You just write that down. So you get free rooms. It's gonna be something.
We told you all about Eldath. I mean, do you not remember the whole conversation that we've been having this whole way up here?
Oh, I'm
I mean,
sorry.
I remember most of what you told me about your kids.
Oh, take that. 7
And your
kids later,
grandkids.
she said so now a lot. Background
For
noise
one
huge
Eldath.
family. Well,
Right,
we're
well, try
a
not to take
conned
it
person myself, so I just
I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous about how this is gonna go.
Right? Are we gonna have to make two characters again?
It'll
No, I
be
don't want
so
to.
funny if you guys are just chewing
No,
through.
let's go to the dungeon. I don't want to deal with the goblin.
I want
Oh,
to do this
grow up.
anymore.
I love it. Let's see,
It's supposed to be diplomatic, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I don't have. I
If
don't have
Duros can talk
proficiency in
to a bunch of
persuasion.
goblins, so can you.
Well, I do, thankfully.
Oh, you do? Thank goodness.
Camp getting packed up, seeing everything sort of stowed, checking the site once more before you guys would begin to head down the slight incline. Or decline, I guess, for you guys, heading down the decline towards the actual cave entrance, as we would get to see both Francisco and Warren sort of linger at that sort of cave entrance as Hyperion and Kira begin to take their first steps inside. You can both walk side by side. It would maybe be a little snug at moments as it's not a very even cave, but it's not too terribly tight. If you go single file, you should be fine as well. But it's up to you guys how you would proceed forward into the cave.
How tall is the cave?
Maybe about 6.5, 7 feet. So
It's
if you guys were all any taller, it would be a bit of a pain, but you guys are all well within size to sort of stand upright and move inside.
Right.
I was gonna joke
4'11",
that it was
so-
5 foot exactly.
But if we
4'11", so we know.
but we can't like freak the mighty this. Like I can't prop her up on my shoulders.
No, you could piggyback ride, but up on the shoulders is it'd be a little too tall.
Or bonk my noggin.
I mean, I think piggyback's not a bad idea. Just so that you can help me see a little bit further, just in case.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Roll those light
I'll
balls
just
I
kind of
gave you.
point.
Yeah.
Come on. I'll just
Warren with balls.
Here, let me get this horse girl thing in your mouth so I can just direct you.
I want to lose them.
Follow the reins.
As both Francisco and Warren, you'd both see Kira sort of hop up on Hyperion's back as he would sort of kneel down to sort of help her get sort of situated on his back, sort of helping her stay up with a free hand, beginning to sort of move into the interior. And what would be our next steps for the pair?
Well, I guess. Well, on his shoulders, I can't really try to track the person. So, I mean, assuming we're in agreement about it, we'd probably just call into the cave, trying to attract attention, let people know that we're trying to be seen, heard.
You guys, are we like moving into the cave? Like, or
Yeah.
because as you would continue on, you would see that it too continues on a very jagged, uneven pace. Sections sort of raise up and dramatically drop down after these very slight peaks.
Oh, well,
It's
maybe
not
we
a-
should try calling out first.
I think we'd probably have to call out like as we're going,
Okay.
because like I have been caving. I don't know if anyone else has, and like those walls just like eat up your sound. So
Oh.
the sound actually really doesn't travel very far.
I have
So
not been caving, so no, I don't have experience in this area.
yeah, it's actually like terrifying.
Me and Warren have the same principles. If we can't see the entrance, we don't go any further. We have made our limit.
So I
There's a
imagine
universe.
like it doesn't sound like these are big caverns, right? It's more like little chambers and connections. So
Yeah, even if you did come across a chamber, they're not much bigger, just a little bit wider in sections, and then it would sort of tunnel back through, sort of continuing on. Yeah.
so yeah, just cautiously every few feet, being like, "Hello," in Goblin, like
Yeah, calling out in Goblin.
"Howdy,
Anybody home?
kind Goblin kin,
We mean no
My fellow-
harm.
my fellow goblins."
We just want
Where's
to
my
talk.
kin?
Both of you can roll me persuasions, or you can give one of you advantage.
Do I take the advantage?
think-
Or do we both roll?
Yeah, I think I give you the advantage because we're like talking together. I think working as a unit.
Okay, not bad. 21.
A 21.
Wait, did you roll a persuasion?
I did.
Persuasion. As
Is
you
that what you're
would,
rolling? Oh, okay, sorry.
yeah, it's a persuasion.
Ignore me.
As our two would continue on deeper and deeper into the tunnel, we would go 60, 100, go about 250 or so feet into this cave,
Damn.
reaching one of those fairly wider chambers, these almost connecting rooms. As you would sort of enter, jumping out from behind one of the stalagmites, you would see a hooded, assumingly goblin, as many of their features would not be too well obfuscated. They would sort of jump out from their hiding place, light crossbow in hand, as they'd be aiming it down, and goblins shouting out, "Stop! Yep! Don't come any closer!"
Oh, whoa, friend. We mean you no harm.
Here, let me down.
You got it. Kind of like, I'm just gonna kneel down. I'm gonna let my friend here off my back, okay? He kind of starts kneeling down, hands up.
Yeah. Then I'll stand in front. Hi. We mean no harm. We just want to talk. We don't even have our weapons out. See, we got nothing. Made a lot of noise. We're just trying to talk.
Goblins sort of looking curiously at the two of you, a little panic in their very beady red eyes. Mm. What are you doing here? Why are you here? How do you know how to speak Goblin? Looking over at you, Hyperion.
I mean,
Hyperion's my good friend.
yeah, we've been traveling together for quite some time, and she's taught me a thing or two.
Yeah, he's a smart fellow, this big guy. Real nice, too.
And you don't want to kill me? And you would see the goblin kind of beginning to like loosen up a little bit. Looking from a fellow goblin kin to this, from his perspective, hulking Aarakocra.
No,
He's
this
not
guy's
low.
a big old fluff ball. He's just feathers and a big heart.
Yeah, I mean, huh?
You would see them sort of lower the crossbow just a little bit, but it's almost at their side. You said you're here to help? Mean no harm?
No harm,
Yeah,
friend. No harm.
here to
Uh,
help. It's what we do.
Goblin is gonna roll. Curious. There we go. Don't want to do that.
Roy.
Ooh, 10.
Middle of the road.
Goblin lowering the crossbow a little bit more. Uh, uh, okay, if you're here to help, my name is Cheek, and my friends and family need to be helped.
Okay,
There's some
Chief.
kind of problem?
Yeah, tell us how we can help.
This stupid ogre face came in, said he was gonna help us. We weren't doing too hot. Some big spiders moved into some tunnels, and we didn't have nowhere to go, but the big orc stopped him. Orc face beat him up, said it could make us strong. And then he gave us these stupid bracelets, and then everyone just started doing whatever he said. I thankfully I got my bracelet off, but no one else even seems to give a shit. I think they like it.
Huh.
That doesn't sound good.
That does not sound good. How many of your friends did and your family did he happen to bestow these bracelets upon?
All of them.
Uh, well, I
What
mean,
number, friend?
yeah, number.
I-
Like a ballpark estimate? Do you...
A lot. I like looking specifically at you, Kira. You're good with numbers.
I've been traveling. That's how I met my friend. I taught him Goblin. He's taught me numbers.
Huh. No, I do. All of us. I don't. No, don't have numbers.
Uh, okay. Well, does make things a bit difficult.
Uh,
What sort of things has Orc Face been asking y'all to do?
All sorts of stuff. Been sending them out, making them attack people, take their stuff, bring it back to him. That's all he wants is stuff.
Hmm.
and where is this Mr. Face that you are speaking of?
Eh, Deep in the tunnels. Deep in the tunnels. Do you know the tunnels?
I mean, no, we don't. We don't. I think know the tunnels. As he looks back to Kira.
No, I've never been in these tunnels. You
Uh,
said there were some spiders that moved in, but they're all gone now.
Those are different tunnel network. We had to move out of those ones. The tunnels are big, great, huge tunnels. They stretch on and on and on.
All right. So what are you doing here all by yourself? Because your friends and family are with that Orc Face.
Well, I got my bracelet off. I don't know. I guess a day or two ago. And well, I made a run for it, and got deep into the tunnels. Came this way. Came across some stupid faced little human. He was just sitting there. I don't know. Made me think about my stupid little friends. I miss them, and he had this really sweet crossbow, and I don't know. I wanted to go try to save them, and I went back and didn't go so good. No one even listened to me. Didn't even care. I tried to tell them. All they did was try to get me, made me run off. I got away, but I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Well, I think my good friend Hyperion and I might have some ideas because we'd certainly like to help your friends get their autonomy back so that y'all can stop attacking folks and not doing your normal goblin activities here in these tunnels.
Yeah, nobody deserves to have their freedom stripped away from that. That doesn't sound very pleasant.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want my friends and family to be told what to do, but they don't. I can't even talk to them otherwise. Try to grab the bracelets, and they just freak out.
Huh,
Yeah.
how did you manage to get yours off, friend?
Got done with a really good bath. Got out. I was just washing down. I saw it was a little loose, and I don't know. Next thing I knew, I was prying it off, and it's like everything sort of clicked, and I was like, "This isn't right."
Mm.
And yeah,
Huh.
He told us his name, right, Cheek?
Yeah, cheek.
yes, cheek.
Well, Cheek, you happen to know if that orc face has any kind of like master bracelet over y'all's bracelets, anything like that? Sound familiar?
Hmm. He's a big, stupid, shiny crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, never takes it out of his stupid hand. Always holding it.
All right. Well, you know where stupid orc face is? Would you be able to lead us there? If we fetched our friends who also want us to help you guys.
There's more of you.
Yeah, we got a couple other friends outside waiting for us, just in case. I mean, we didn't know if there were too many people in here. No.
No, not very many people. Goblins, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you could lead us to orc face.
Uh, I could get you to Ogre Face. I mean, he's at the heart of the camp. It's wherever everyone's at. I don't. I could get you there. I don't know
Would
where
you be
else I
able
could.
to get us there in a way that we were not seen by your friends and family?
Sure, I could get you to the front doors. I mean, there's only one real way into the actual camp, but
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I could get you there. It's a bit of travel through the tunnels. I hope you and your friends are okay with that.
Some more than others. All right. Well, you want to come with us and come meet our friends, and we can all talk about a plan to stop this nasty man from controlling your friends and family.
And he sort of tenses up a little bit. No, I'm not. You could bring them here. I'm not going anywhere outside. You guys could come here, and I can meet them here.
I'm sure
Okay.
it is a little crowded in here. We might not be able to see everyone all at once, but
Are they that big? Just figured there were
well,
more goblins.
they're small folk like you and I. Hyperion is a big fellow of our group.
Hmm. I'll wait here. You get friends, and then I meet friends, and then take you to Ogre Face.
I mean, that sounds like a deal, friend. Sounds like a deal, cheek.
I think I neglected to say it, but this is my friend Hyperion, and I'm Kira. We're gonna go
Uh,
fetch our friends, and you can meet them in here, nice and safe and cozy.
Okay. Okay. And he sort of like confidently maybe holds up the crossbow on his hip a little bit. I wait here. You get friends. Can do.
All right, no accidentally shooting that fancy thing. Kind of like joking.
Oh, I already did that earlier. I had to go get it. I don't have any more of the arrow thing. to finish.
He only has the
Oh
one.
no! All right, well, we'll be back.
Okay, and he would sort of like creep behind the sort of like stone pillar he was lingering behind, watching you as you make your way backwards.
It's gonna suck when I have to kill him with my crossbow.
You just bash his head in with it. There's no pulse. Terrible. Cheek's a good goblin. He's just a goblin boy.
He's
All
a good
goblins are
boy.
the same.
He's a good boy, and he loves bagel.
Seeing Hyperion and Kira head back the 250, 260-ish foot distance up that cave tunnel. Finally seeing daylight as you begin to crest over the edge, seeing your two comrades standing out front.
All right,
hey.
no code word necessary.
Yeah, I was just telling Francisco. It's just a shame we didn't get one established.
Good thing we didn't need it, huh?
Not now.
Hmm.
There's quite a situation in there.
I know there are things that work here, but did you find my crossbow?
Technically,
What does that
Oh,
mean?
is he the weird human person that
I would guess
Sorry?
so. That goblin doesn't seem the best at distinguishing non-goblins.
No human? Disgusting.
Sorry, I thought he stole that crossbow off of somebody else, but
The timing of it, I just put the pieces together.
Well, at least it's just one, right? Or wait, did you find all of them?
Right.
Did you talk to them? Yeah, what happened?
We came across a goblin. His name's Cheek. Nice little jumpy fella.
Mm-hmm.
He told us about how his clan of folk ran into an issue with some spiders in some other cave, and they ran across some big guy, like an orc or an ogre. He kept switching between them, so I'm not sure. Some big guy came in and promised to help them, and then after he took care of the problem, he gave everyone these bracelets, and after they put on the bracelets, everyone was just doing what he said, and the guy that we ran into, Mr. Cheek, he just so happened to get his bracelet off and be his own person again. He
yeah,
you mentioned. Go ahead.
You seem to make quite fancy stuff there, Warren. You know anything about devices, bracelets that happen to control minds?
Yeah, Cheek mentioned that the guy was always holding a crystal.
Oh, sure. There's all sorts of mind control things out there. They're all just different. Some magic, some kind of formula based. Depends. I really have to take a look at it to see. But I mean,
Well,
And
boy,
so
are you
far
in for a
this-
treat.
So far, this Cheek hasn't been caught,
okay.
not being
no, he was
mind
caught.
controlled.
He was
Oh.
mind controlled apparently, but he took his bracelet off.
Yeah,
Well,
only
yeah,
about
I
2
mean,
days ago, he said.
since. Oh, okay. So that's pretty recent.
Okay. And so, you want to talk to the ogre?
Well, Cheek said that the ogre man was the reason that his family and friends started attacking people because the ogre likes stuff.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so he's like mind
he's like a
control,
big
but-
goblin.
I mean, that's stereotyping, man. That's not okay.
I'm sorry, you literally talked to somebody who had my stolen crossbow on him.
I mean, he
Well,
needed to eat.
In his defense, he was trying to defend his family. He was gonna try to take down that ogre man.
Yeah, he was
Mhm.
trying to
Doesn't seem to
rescue
really-
his family and friends, man.
Yeah, never mind that my friends just died a day earlier.
Well,
I mean,
Cheek
he
had
knows
nothing to
that.
do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wasn't one of the bandits that you
Yeah.
said.
He just robbed a man when he was low.
I mean, he was
Point.
pretty low too. Like he didn't know. It's not his fault.
Mm-hmm. It's principle of the thing.
It's the principal.
Such a boomer. Well, the point remains that I think the real point of contention here is this ogre man, and I
Mhm.
doubt he's gonna go away all peaceful like if he's willing to enslave a whole group of people just to get him things.
Well, I think we might be out of luck because I don't know if ogres speak goblin, and I don't speak ogre or orc for that matter. Either way,
Right,
pre-
same here.
I mean, ogre sounds more like it. I don't think an orc would mess with a bunch of goblins.
Well, we don't know, but I just don't think
Alright,
there's
well,
going to be a
it's-
peaceful way of dealing with this guy.
Okay. So we want to sneak in?
I mean that would be the best plan, but I think Chica's only going to take us to the door, and I don't know how we're going to get all sneaky like through there. And he did say it
Well.
was pretty deep in there, so
I mean, the rest of us could kind of cloak up, right? We're about the size of goblins. We might be able to kind of maybe sneak in with the help of Cheek and Kira, make the group look legitimate. Maybe we found, Nightburian here. Yeah, we could be taking him to the big guy to give him a bracelet. We thought he'd be helpful.
I mean, I don't entirely hate that idea, but the way Cheek was talking, it doesn't sound like these people really take the initiative on anything. I think they got to be told what to do.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. That mind control. Okay, well, let's just go see how far he's willing to take us. Because I guess if it's just the door, then really we gotta.
Well, I don't know how to put this delicately, but it might be worth exploring the option of a more subtle approach of taking care of this ogre fella. If he just so happens to get real sick from something he eats, well, goodness, I suppose our problem would be solved by itself, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, where are we gonna find
food
spoiled
poisoning?
food?
Well, I think I could scramble together something a little more potent than just spoiled food.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so he gets sick, and that's
unfortunately passes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not against it, but we still have to get our hands on that mind control thing, because, well, if he dies and somebody else puts on that crystal thing, well, then we're, maybe they're not as bad, but that's still not good.
Right. I'm thinking that if we can manage to take care of this ogre fella, then we can, free all these goblin folk, and they can go back to not causing any trouble.
I see a quicker death. I see days. Okay. I guess I'll wait here. Are we all going?
yeah, we're all gonna go wander through the cave.
Go get him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boy.
Cheek kindly offered to meet everyone and guide us to the cave, but
All right, so I guess we'll all sneak in.
But be on your best behavior now, Warren.
Why would I? Oh, well.
that goes for
Gonna
you
ask
too,
for
obviously,
it.
Francisco.
Pack, you can't just
Of
keep the
course.
crossbow. Did he have any other sort of weaponry?
Didn't look like it.
Either way, this is ridiculous.
Maybe
Do we
we
have? Are we going with the cloak idea? Are we cloaking up? Do we have cloaks? Or
I think the cloaks are a mighty fine idea. Wander around the area, low key. I'm just not sure how we would hide my big friend here. You get
Yeah.
spotted, that's not exactly going to be easy to brush off.
Only hunched down so far, but I'm still way too wide to be to be considered a goblin, I think.
Indeed, I think we'd have an easier time pretending you were a tunnel block, some kind of cave in, than we would a fellow goblin. No offense, my friend.
I guess we could tell everybody he's a small ogre.
Since when do ogres have feathers?
You'd be wearing your cloak. You speak goblin. Apparently, that ogre would have to speak goblin. Otherwise, how can he control them?
Mm.
He's our pet mini owl bear.
Owlbear cup.
Yeah. You're gonna have to crawl around once we get in.
Well, maybe we can hang back near the area and then sneaky folk like Francisco and I can sort of just take a peek and scout out the area.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's just get there, and then we can come up with a plan once we see it. Right.
Yeah, that sounds like a
All
plan.
right.
All right. As we would see all of you make your way inside that tunnel, continuing on the very uneven, jagged, up and down pathway that is this 250, 260-ish foot stretch, passing through one or two smaller chambers, heading back to this again not very big chamber. You can maybe stand 3 people next to each other. You maybe squeeze all 4 of you if you're kind of super close. As you begin heading towards this chamber and stepping in from a stone pillar off to the side, this natural forming wall, you would see stepping out would be Cheek once more, crossbow sort of at the hip. Ah, little humans.
Cheek, they're humanoid, not actual humans. Humans are about the size of Hyperion here, maybe even bigger sometimes.
Huh.
Yeah, I'd be a gnome. Probably
I mean-
saw one sleeping when you found a crossbow.
I saw a little human. I don't think
Mhm.
that was you.
Mhm.
I'm what you'd call a halfling, but as long as I know you're talking to me, I don't really care.
All right, I'm just gonna say it's my crossbow, and when this is over, I do expect it back.
And Cheek won't even need it because he'll already have his friends and family back, free and happy as can be.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Save friends and family. You have a crossbow. I give it to you.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Until then, I need it.
Well, Cheek, you said you don't have bolts.
I have
Whatever.
bolt arrow right here. This one. Oh, it like falls out. He's up. Let me get it. I got it.
Clink, 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 clink. I love it. All right,
Okay.
Cheek. Now we're trying to be real sneaky. We don't want to be seen by any of your mind-controlled friends and family.
Okay. Yeah. If some are outside, I don't know. But we see. Come. Everyone, quiet, hush movement. Like
I'm
this.
gonna,
And Cheek like mimics moving silently. This. You do this. All of you could do this.
Oh,
I'm gonna reluctantly give him 5 more bolts.
Arrows. Little arrows. Thank you.
Yeah, see, the little
Nom.
arrows,
Thank you.
because I have, it's my crossbow. That's why I have so many of them.
I do appreciate this, Nom. I will keep these, and I will even give these to you, maybe, if you free friends and family. Crossbow and little arrows.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow.
What a reward. My stuff back.
Such a
Kira's
kind
trying to
nom.
for you.
This one's you, Hyperion.
So justice verb. As we would see Cheek begin to lead the 4 of you deeper and deeper into this tunnel. Hour, 2 hours progressing by, seeing a few off-branching tunnelways that sort of branch off in various directions. At times, Cheek would maybe take you down a left, going down for another 20, 30 minutes before he'd reach a loose little, split, little double split, taking you down on the right side, sort of progressing on. Uh,
Do I need to roll anything to try to memorize the way back out?
roll me a history or a survival check.
Okay.
Anyone
Trying
could
to see
do
if I
so
have
if you
anything.
think your character would be that guy. Just trying to memorize this pathway, at least to your entrance, your exit.
Not a chance.
Damn.
Nice, solid 21 history.
They ain't
check
getting
from
got.
Lauren. A still solid 16 from Kira. Two very good rolls.
We
I'm
weren't
genuinely
cave
trying to.
goblins.
I'm genuinely trying to decide if this is something my character would think
Mm.
about.
I'm a rock gnome. I know
That
my
makes
rocks.
sense. You just don't like them. You like your rocks over there, and you're over here.
That's why I left home to adventure.
I've got a +2 to survival. Not
Your call,
proficient
mi
though.
amigo. Survival or history, your call.
You know what? Yeah, I think it would probably be part of the monk training of like, being aware of your surroundings in general, kind of a thing. Not bad.
14. All right. Moves down as our party continues on. It would be about 5 hours or so of traveling through these tunnels. You maybe would have one loose break
Wow.
at a bit of a wider chamber.
This is not what I thought.
It is a deep, interconnected web of tunnels that shoot off in various directions at times.
Be like 300 feet. Here's the door. All right, thanks, bro.
Probably realizing if you guys didn't speak Goblin, yeah, this would be a much different encounter.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
As we would continue on again, loosely about 5 hours collectively. Everyone, go ahead and make me stealth checks.
God
DC is slightly lowered because you do have a good guide.
Oh, I should have done better.
11 for Kira.
Oh,
Another 17.
That's
I'm
funny.
nervous.
Very on par.
Ah!
Oh, why were you nervous? You cursed it.
I think it's low, high.
You all begin to approach, getting closer and closer. One of you roll me a flat D20, please.
I am not shuffling my feet, Kicks Rock. Boom, boom.
Who does it?
Not it. Last time I did it, we died.
I'll do it.
Yeah, that is
Ooh.
new.
Yeah,
9, my favorite number.
9.
interesting.
As the
Voting
party
that.
continues on, the tunnelway you'd currently be on would be a little bit wider, with like a little bit more well traveled. Not really manicured in like a kept up way, just over time has slowly formed a bit of a more consistent pathway. And fairly wide, easily wide enough for a maybe carriage to even ride through here. So a Freak the Mighty scenario would definitely be doable in these various tunnels you're currently in.
Ooh.
Continuing on, Cheek would begin to like stop, like raising up a hand. Wait. Taking a few more steps as all of you wait. Cheek would move up 30, 40 feet. Some of you losing sight of him without dark vision. Sort of scurrying back. We are lucky. I think they've recently had a raid. Come, follow me. This way. As Cheek would sort of continue on, all of you following suit. Let's go
Ooh.
ahead and move to a map.
Oh, man.
And roll for initiative. Got you, fuckers.
No.
Follow Cheek. How
Oh,
fun could
down
you
here.
be? Ooh. Alright, alright. Mm-mm.
As our party sort of takes in this space, you would see Cheek sort of point to what looks like a crushed cart. There's various destroyed crates, thrown aside clothing, random articles of makeup, nothing of any value. The cart itself completely sundered, broken, and smashed. Cheek beginning to take a step forward and giving a once over to it. Yes, yes. It looks like they got ogre face more shinies. Cheek would sort of look around. This door up here, that leads to the forge. That door all the way over there, and he points to the right. It goes to the stinky room. But if you go up, 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 it takes you to food room. You go this way, and points to the left. It leads you to tunnels. They go up, 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 but then they take you to sleepy room. Going up the middle, you can still get to Ogre Face's room at the very, very far back of chamber. The camp is big, lots of tunnels, lots of room.
And is he speaking in like broken common or anything like that, or are we having to translate?
Yeah,
I was just about to-
this is Goblinoid still.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Francisco's just looking around like, okay.
So all of this is like vague, like translating back and forth.
Uh,
Wait, what was this way again?
the main
The-
chamber.
Yeah, he said the main chamber and the forge.
So there
What's
is
the
a
main chamber
smelly-
for?
Where we make things
Okay.
work.
And then the forge is where you smelt things.
Mainly weapons.
Hmm.
Sometimes he makes them make bracers. Sometimes he makes them make shields. Lots of various things. If you go right, it's the stinky room, and then up, 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 and then food room. Nom nom yum. And then left.
And then left is sleepy.
Left is up, 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 sleepy room.
Up, sleepy.
But both can anyway can take you to Ogre Face's chamber. Big. It's big, big, big.
Is Ogre Face normally in his chamber?
Always in chamber. Making us do everything. Eats and sleeps and plans.
Which way is likely to have the least amount of other goblins?
Maybe sleepy room right now? Or do you guys sleep during the day? Wait, what time is it now? I've lost track of time.
Probably fairly easy because you guys haven't seen sunlight for like 5 hours at this point.
Yeah, that's that's why I was like, Francisco has no idea anymore.
You guys would know it's probably around like noon. It's probably around lunchtime, give or take.
Well, I say if he's always in his room, then maybe we've gotten here soon enough that he's having his midday meal. We can slip a little something in there, and if that don't work out, then maybe we can just charge on in there and take care of him by himself before anyone can try to provide reinforcements, create trouble for us.
So it sounds like we're going through the stinky room to the food room.
I think those are in opposite directions.
It's both. They're both to the right.
Yeah.
Do we think we'll be able to just poison his food, though? I mean, I don't think we're trying to not kill everybody.
Correct. I mean, I doubt he sounds like the type to share.
Well, I mean, don't you think somebody would
It's
like
fair.
be preparing his meal?
Well, we can knock him out, and then, you're just right, he probably does have something special.
Kira, roll me a check with your poisoner's kit. Just as like a knowledge check for your poisons, basically.
Oof.
10.
Pretty mid.
You think with your poisons, you could make something to hurt or weaken this ogre? You don't think you have something to put them down with this poisoner's kit.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But I also wasn't prepared for that kind of mission. I didn't have time to gather anything, so it makes sense.
This is just like your average poisoner's kit where you're like, you could hurt him, weaken them, but you don't think you have anything to put him down on poison alone.
I
Do
have
I think
Visine
I
and
can-
Benadryl.
I got codeine. Do I think I can maybe like slip it into the food like from a distance, or will I need to like interact with the food directly? Like, what's that kind of situation?
I mean, from your experience, you probably want it at least mixed in, at least to try to mask the flavor if that's an option. But
Yeah,
depends on what they're making. You're not really sure what you're getting into.
yeah. Well, I'll share that. I wasn't exactly prepared to be poisoning some big old guy like this, and
Mhm.
so if we can weaken him, make him a little sick, and then follow up, finish the job, then I think it might be all right. But I don't really know what I'm working with till I see these kitchens.
Okay.
Food room, big. Food room, big, big. If you do bump into my families and friends, they don't really share thoughts, but they are like told thoughts, so they can tell thoughts to Ogre Face. But it's just be quick. Don't want to dawdle. They're not right. They don't listen. They don't want to even talk about it. They just want to fall in line.
Right. All right, everyone.
Well, yeah, let's Karen, maybe kind of lead the way, and just in case, and we'll kind of follow a little back. Try and talk our way out of things as much as possible.
Yeah. On our way, I would have asked Cheek a bit more about like the bracelet situation. So, did he say that like people attacked him because he didn't have a bracelet, or because he tried to like
Help him.
do something?
Once they realized he didn't have a bracelet, they tried to attack him.
But it was something they kind of had to notice. It wasn't something they instinctively like sense.
Correct.
Okay.
What do the bracelets look like?
From his loose description, it sounds almost like a manacle brace, like a very thin manacle brace worn on one wrist.
Mm.
Well, I'll just wear like my cloak with the sleeves down.
I'll try and keep an eye out if I can find something that I can tinker with to make it look right.
Cheek just giving a bit of a nod as he'd begin to scurry back. Good luck, people. Good luck. And Goblin.
Yes.
He like hides up against the wall, basically, like ready to run backwards or forwards to hide.
All right. Well, I'll lead the way. I'll be acting as like a point, maybe 10 feet ahead or something, just so that way the first thing anyone who comes across us sees is a fellow goblin.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
can kind of like signal back at the group, like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
I think Hyperion should take up the back,
Yeah.
and then me and
Francisco.
Francisco can have the cloaks up. Be as goblin-esque as possible.
Sounds like a plan.
Did you manage to pull together some kind of faux manacle thing? Is that something we're working with here, or what's that situation?
Yeah, but it's something I want to work on. I don't know if I have this. I don't really have stuff on me.
Yeah.
I
got
looked at
some
this
rope.
cart real quick.
Yeah, you can look through
Try
the
and
card.
salvage
Give me an
roll.
investigation check. We'll say 13 or higher. You find something suitable.
I have advantage if I have the group helps me.
I was about to ask if I could help.
Yeah,
He's
Francisco
yawning.
can help.
All right, so this is what I'm
Francisco.
looking for. Doesn't have to be perfect. I think I could just kind of. I'll just really beat it up with this hammer real quick. But let's see. 24.
24. You maybe find some like metal, like almost like sheet metal, like bearing, not like bearings, but like a brace, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Basically able to get one of those. Thankfully, Kira having a fairly small wrist, you're able to fashion it together in a bit of a hoop, overlapping, folding. Cheek maybe giving one or two, just like smaller. Yes. Oh, yes. You're able to
Yeah.
get it on
Good.
Kira.
That'd be perfect here. And then I'll like take a little kind of fabric and intertwine it a little bit so it just looks. Try and hide some of its basicness. There, now it just looks a little more rugged. First glance should be fine. And we'll just keep our sleeves down and we'll stay out of sight.
All right. This is a hot map, so feel free to
Oh
move your
god.
tokens about when you're ready.
Lead the way, Kira.
I was literally thinking temperature because I was like, yeah, we're in the cave.
So I guess I misunderstood at some point. We have to go right to the food room.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
They said
Right
it's the
in that-
smelly room, and then you go up to the food room. And I
Okay.
think he said also that all the rooms eventually lead to the ogre's room. I think really any way we could get there. I also have a mage hand, so I can open anything or doors if anybody's worried about traps.
I mean, I'm going first, so I'm
Well,
taking
you
any
know.
traps that are here. All right,
Well,
you
if
guys
you
hang
see
back
something.
a second.
Oh, sorry.
First door opening up with these.
See something, say something.
Just open up, seeing a narrow stone walkway. Sitting
Hug the
over a
wall.
bed of
Boom.
very, very green liquid. As you sort of step into the space, Kira, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Just get. No, too close. 15 feet.
8.
8. As you take a few steps forward, you're fighting back the urge to retch. Managing not to throw up,
Stinky room. Sorry.
taking 3 points of psychic damage as you're
Damn.
trying to stay stable as you continue
That's
moving
me.
forward.
I don't know. I just, maybe have some Vicks.
Oh my god. I'm probably going to be moving a lot quicker. Let's see. Can I get through here in like one turn or whatever? I guess if I'm
Wait, did-
dashing.
Did you say psychic damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smelling salts on steroids.
Yeah, I'm going to
Hmm.
say, don't breathe in here. And then I'm going to like rush forward. Check this other door.
I really don't have anything on me. Ah.
As you run up to the next
Oh, it's
door,
locked.
grabbing its handle, you feel it not giving. Looking, you see it has a very crude, simple key lock on it.
How long does it take to do an attempt with my thieves' tools?
You can pull them out and give it a shot as like part of your action, basically.
I'll give it a shot. Let's see. Yikes.
Oof.
A 7 as you sit there fidgeting with it, as it is not unlocking just
Ugh.
yet.
Scared they break.
As a 3 in the back looking through the doorway, maybe like kind of holding your nose as just even the vague aroma itself is putrid.
Yeah, I
Seeing
kind of just
Kira fiddling with the lock.
I do that. Yeah, like that yell whisper. Carol, is it going?
I'll give it one more attempt, but otherwise I'm gonna turn around and get out of here. We're gonna have to go another way.
Give
It's
me
hard
one
to
more-
think in here.
One more thieves' tools check.
Twice as good.
14. Feeling the lock give and turn as it would
Oh.
unlock. Give me one
Nice.
more Constitution saving throw. So
Uh-oh.
exit the room. 19. Able to hold it down, managing not to focus on the smell as the door is unlocked for you.
Ugh.
Oh god.
The cave continue on ahead. What would our party in the back do? Seeing
Okay.
Kira open the door and step through.
Wait, what's my movement speed?
All right,
5.
you hold your breath and you give me a thumbs up if it works or helps at all.
Yeah, can I try and like breathe in for
Oh,
a second,
shit.
take a step back, and then like use my bonus action to dash?
Sure.
Or wait, do I have to? Or wait, no, yeah, it would be like movement with action to dash. Or are we
Mhm.
playing at that?
Playing at that. No, you're good. You can use an action to dash.
Okay. Double check. I should be. Yeah, I can make that. Well, not screaming, holding my breath.
Mm.
Screaming internally.
Yeah.
Moving into the space, you would think holding your breath is pretty effective as you would continue on your run getting through the doorway.
Then I get to the other side of the doors.
I realize I now have the perfect opportunity. I would like to attack Hyperion.
Why?
We fell into my trap. I am the ogre.
He's the
Ogre
DDG.
face, why?
It was all major illusion.
It was a human who got his bow stolen.
I'd like to hold my breath and try and run through the room.
Get it. Easy enough.
But I do
using-
only have 25 feet of movement. And it's 50 door to door. So I can't. Action and bonus action, I can only make it here. So I don't know that it changes anything.
You should be fine. Sticking
that
your
6
head
seconds?
through
Yeah.
the doorway, basically.
It's the very bad by the door. And I'm gonna look back and wait for Hyperion.
Yeah, we'll follow suit with the group. We'll hold our breath and we'll make our way through.
Running across the stone bridge through the doorway.
If we close the door, will it lock again?
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, let's close that.
Shut it.
I did.
Hold the door.
Hold on.
Yeah, you
No.
Okay, 15 feet.
better him than us. I
I
said hold that door, you back over.
Okay. Everyone hush. I'm gonna put my ear to the door.
What?
Give me a perception check.
Yikes.
Yikes.
9. You can hear what sounds like water. Maybe pouring, maybe running slightly, but nothing else you can really make out.
Well, I'm worried that this might be like the food room or whatever, so I'm gonna try to like
All right.
Well, actually, I guess I should test the lock to see if this door is even gonna open for us.
Kira.
I'm trying to be quiet and subtle, so the idea is that I kind of crack the door open and take a peek.
Give me a stealth check, as you would give it a once over on the door, and it would appear to be unlocked. 14. As you crack open the door, you can see that there are two goblins in this room. It would be a small adjoining room with a small water feature, almost like a large pool with a stone pillar that goes up to the ceiling. It'd be a very light trickle of water, not like a waterfall, just these steady drops falling down into the pool below. Two goblins would be up on the side near large basins of water. One would be loosely washing itself off, just throwing water on itself. And the other would be opened up one of the spigots and is just letting the water pour into its mouth and over its face as it like shakes most of the water off like a dog.
So not the
Hmm.
kitchen, definitely the kitchen.
I'll
It's
close the
like a
door
kitchen.
again. All right, there's two goblins in there. They seem to be bathing. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to sneak through, especially for you, Hyperion.
They're bathing in the kitchen?
I don't think this is a kitchen.
Oh. Hmm. I mean, he's just like looking at her, period.
Does this path that we just took, like after the door, go up some?
Like a incline?
Yeah.
Maybe a very slight incline, but not too much.
He said we had to go up, up, up. It was left, up, up, up. And then his room. Did we not go the right way?
I mean,
Or not left. Wow. Right. You guys know what I meant.
we're just going off of what he said. I mean, maybe he didn't give us 100% layout. Okay. So where's the other door? Give me a layout of the room. I have an idea.
I'll explain what I saw. Like,
Large
So-
pool of water off to the left. Pretty big. Stone pillar sort of in the center of it. On the lip, there's a few barrels. Some of them sort of halved. Some of them just like a full barrel with a spigot. A little bit of running water. It's almost like a small adjoining room. As off to the right-hand side, you did see another door that you would assume would continue leading further in.
And that's the direction we need to go.
Yeah, maybe this is.
Off what Chief said, yeah.
Maybe it's just the storage room?
Okay. Well, what if you distract the two goblins and keep eyes on you, and I can check the other door, and I have thieves' tools, and when
Are
it's
you
done,
good with them?
I'm proficient.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I could sneak Hyperion through, and then you could wrap up the distraction, and then we could be in the next room.
okay.
Or do you just want to try the door and we can just sneak through?
So there's two doors in there? There's one door.
There's one door.
Okay. So do I think there's a place I can stand that they wouldn't be able to see either door, like both doors at the same time?
From
would
their
I have
current
to-
position, it's
Yeah.
a pretty tight room, so there wouldn't be much of a spot for anyone to sort of hide in this room. You can open the door and just like mechanically, you gain a better sight on in there, but it's kind of a narrow, not like narrow, but a small space.
Oh, I see. So if I stood like here or something, I could have them both facing my direction and potentially not see over here.
If you think you could get over there, sure.
Uh,
And
Yeah,
again,
'cause
just
I
to
mean,
keep
I'm
in mind, you're an unfamiliar goblin to them.
Or okay, we can. I guess they said he passes on information. We could just try and knock him out real quick.
Mm.
Or do you think you
But-
can
Go ahead.
lie? I have this, and he would pull out for that rock gnome. He can tinker and make the object, and he has that rod that shoots out the sparks like a sparkler would. It's distracting. He turns it on for a second, real quick. I mean, you can even give it to him. I can make another one.
well, I'm worried that if we try to fight them and knock them out real quick, they'll alert the orc face, because Cheek did say that they can talk to him without having to be around.
Fair, I'm not sure. I mean, unless we just think they're distracted. I don't know. We could walk with confidence, see if they say anything.
I mean, that works for us, just not Hyperion.
Yeah, I kind of seem to be the outlier of the group here right now.
Okay.
There's always one, isn't there?
Well, sorry. I mean,
I'm not blaming.
it's not my fault that I was born 5 feet tall, okay?
Well, look, I don't.
Born 5 feet tall.
Yeah, born 5 feet tall. What the fuck?
The world's most giant baby.
That must have been the
Egg.
biggest goddamn egg.
I think I've been asking my mom.
I'm the runt. Well, I don't be that person. We might have to just pick an option, because if they're out on a raid, they could be back at any minute.
Well, we could throw something at the opposite wall and try to sneak through as they glance over there. Or I could try to talk to them and sweet talk them into not being suspicious, though I don't know how well that'll work.
I mean, we could always try checking the other ways. There's 2 other ways that we can go.
Alright, we can backtrack.
If this doesn't seem like a great way to go,
Mm.
just throwing that out there.
Well, I can't say I disagree, but at the same time, I'm sure we're going to run into goblin folk at pretty much every turn. Guess we can explore our options. We can't stand around dawdling or everything's going to change up on us.
Alright,
Very fair.
well, let's just play it fair. You go in there and start talking to them, keep their attention, and actually, you can put your cloak up and just go try the door. Walk straight to it, as if you walk to that door every day. And
All right.
If it's locked, you can try and talk to them, and I'll come in and try to unlock it, and we'll just kind of play it by ear. And maybe these two wait for. You think of a code word, you say it out loud in the conversation, and we'll just know it's all over.
I mean, Cheek did also say that the bracelets slip off easier when they're wet. So maybe you can get up close to them and try to slip off their bracelets, maybe.
Ew,
That
Push
would
them
be
in
quite
the
helpful.
water.
That's a great idea, Hyperion.
that is a great idea. Okay, should I go in to distract them, and you go in and
Do goblins do like handshakes? Is that like a thing?
They could.
I'd like to go dab him up.
I mean,
Yeah.
at least like your goblinkin could.
Yeah. Really wishing I'd bothered to ask the real name of that orc face. All right, well, I'll just play it by ear. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, it's an ogre.
Worst case scenario, we're all running out of here, meeting out in the expanse of tunnels out there, and we'll try again, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just follow Hyperion out, right? Drop that shoulder, big guy. All right.
All right, so I'll try the door.
Mm-hmm. What's the phrase if things go wrong in your distracting conversation? What's your god's name again?
Elda.
Elda. I did actually. Just maybe use Eldath's name.
Yeah, probably call for Eldath's blessings.
Yeah, we work it in, but once we hear it, we'll that'll just be the sign that it's all up.
Yeah, well, it's the only non-goblin word I'll be speaking, hopefully, so.
Yep, that makes sense too.
Oh, does that not translate?
Well, it sounds pretty
Eldath.
silly in goblin. I feel like Hyperion and I are both kind of laughing, like one of those inside language jokes. You have to know goblin. You don't get it.
Sounds like cunt.
Oh, no. I imagine it sounds something kind of like, in Japanese, they're like aisukurimu.
Yeah.
Tomato, tomato.
You just say Eldath in like a gurgly voice.
Yeah. Oh man, it would be really good if we could get their bracelets off.
Okay.
I don't know if that should be plan A or not.
Well, they can send things to him. Plus, he said they freak out if you try and touch them, so.
So plan B. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, that's what he said. I mean, we could just. Okay, so what are we going to do? Right? Take off the bracelets, or do we want to go poison him? Both?
I mean, I saw the taking off the bracelets as a means to an end of continuing our mission of trying to
Goblin
poison
army.
Just
kidding. Whatever you want to do.
So I could go in there and try the door, and if it doesn't work, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Then I just go and try to talk to them and keep them calm enough. Slip in the code word so that that I wasn't able to just get through the door.
Yeah. Then I'll come in and try and lockpick it.
Yeah. And well, maybe I'll try to get their bracelets off if I have to talk and approach them.
Yeah, that's fair. If it fails, say the word. Then, if need be, I can be a distraction. Yeah, let's play beer. See if the door's locked.
Well,
I'll listen for the code word.
We could just rush them.
Yeah, just try and
take the bracelets off. That might be our best bet, to be honest.
I have an idea. All right, you'll open the door. I'll throw this sparkly thing at the far wall, and then we'll rush in and try and take their bracelets.
Yeah, I think that's the best bet for this room, at least.
All right, so.
Should we all get in position?
Actually, who has any sort of strength?
I do.
I do not.
I have a -1. Here, you throw this, actually.
Like, why don't
I
you
hit
look
the
at
far
big
Well, wouldn't
guy?
throwing something be a dex?
All right, switch me back.
I guess it depends on how heavy the thing is.
Just like a small little
sparkler.
So... yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to throw a small bearing that I had lit earlier, and I gave you 5 feet.
Yeah, I think we need the quickest and stealthiest people to rush in.
I am neither of those, I think.
Yeah, you're our bouncer at the door.
Not really. I only have a 2
So
stealth.
maybe-
25 movement.
Maybe you throw the thing.
Yeah, here, I'll
we
just be in the
watch the
way.
door,
And
and
you two rush into.
and
Go
we
for the
rush in.
bracelets.
Yeah. So I'll go for the one for the back. Do I think I can make it in one turn?
Someone have flashbang?
If I need to, I could use my flurry or not step of the wind to bonus action dash. Oh wait, no, but you've got rogue, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't have. I'm only one level in rogue.
Oh, do you not have that yet?
No, but I do have.
Well, and
Yeah,
none of you
use
know she's
that.
a rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's her
I had
secret
Relax.
suspicions.
I'm
I
a
mean-
woman of God.
I mean, what?
I
Huh?
have suspicions, but I didn't want to ask anybody's class. I'm still not
Um,
100% sure what you are.
She's
Yeah.
a
What's this
cleric. She's a
I'm a
good person.
cleric of Eldath, you ass. Anyway, okay, so how much movement do you have per turn? Like, how much can you do while still saving an action to try to take the bracelet off?
I can go 35.
35? So is that technically enough then, Matt?
Or-
Yes. I mean, technically, you'd be starting from this side of the doorway. Because
Yeah.
it's whoever opens the door, like that's like initiative kickoff, I would assume, unless you're starting it stealthy.
I was hoping that we'd start stealthy, because the idea is stealthy and quick.
Just be stealthy, and once they look at you, just rush them. Oh wait, I'm sorry, the sparkler thing. Yeah, so you guys could see.
So that's as far as I could get, and withholding my action or bonus action.
All right, final answer.
Well, will
Quietly
you
open
only-
the door, and I'll throw the sparkler, and then once they look at it, then you guys should be free just to run in there. Get 'em. Unless I throw it at the ground right in front of us, and they just stare it at you.
Right, like I really hope that you don't totally fail this throw. What's it gonna cost us to try to take the bracelets off? I assume it's with an action. That's what I've been working with in my head.
Yes. Mechanically, you'll need to either take a
Strength
grapple
check.
action of some kind to grab it and take it off, or if you have a melee weapon or an attack of some kind, I'll let you target the bracer, but it has a slightly higher AC since they're sort of moving their hand around. They're I keep saying
Yeah.
bracer. It's kind of like a
Oh,
bracer.
I was thinking this was a sleight of hand sort of situation.
I mean, if you get one of them grappled where they're immobile, I could definitely see something like that. But if it's a one-on-one encounter, and you're just trying to get it, you're gonna need to hit it
Would-
in some way or grab it and remove it in some way.
Would the grapple just be like a strength check or
Grapple is athletics check for the person initiating it, and then for the person who's
Athletics.
targeted, they can use athletics or acrobatics to try to escape it.
I have a 0 to athletics.
I have
so
a -1 to athletics.
This will be interesting.
Maybe we do need Hyperion to charge in then.
Oi.
I think you
yeah,
should
look
do
at
it
you,
then.
Psycho.
How
many
far
feet
can you
move
run?
per turn?
I can only move
30,
30.
I assume.
Yeah, so you take the first guy, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
bust
so
in
what
there.
if you take the first guy and we both rush to the guy in the back?
And I'll watch.
Are we still doing the sparkler distraction to kick it off to hopefully?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, am I going into the back then? Is that what's going on?
No, you're getting the first one still.
Okay. Okay.
You'll get the first one. We're gonna
Alright.
rush towards the second one.
Would it be a dexterity saving throw, Matt, to throw this thing, or just a dexterity?
Dexterity check.
Do we want me to spend a point
Oh, no!
to dash and get there this turn, or
The door frame.
Yeah,
Just
because if
drops.
you can get him grappled and then I can follow up with trying to like rip the bracelet off.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm doing the grappling.
There's two
You're
targets.
gonna
You're going after
grapple,
the first one. I'm going after the back.
Yeah. Okay.
but you'll also have to try to get his bracelet off after you grapple him.
Can I do it all at once, Matt, or is that like?
Yeah,
Can I
because that's you.
grapple the arm for the bracelet?
Yeah,
The
your
grapple would be an
movement is-
action. And then movement's fine, and then whatever bonus action you have left. I don't know what bonus is you got. It would be an action of some kind to try to get this bracer off, whether with like a skill check or an attack roll of some kind.
Okay.
So Warren has to come in after I grapple the person and try to take the bracer off, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I didn't realize this couldn't all be done on one turn by one person.
Yeah, can you make that? Do you have 30 feet as well? Or are you 25? Chad?
Me? Oh, I'm 25. Let's see. Yeah, so I can only make it here. At best, if I was when you open the door.
Well, that should be fine then, right?
You want me to open the door? Okay, I'll open the door and I'll throw the sparkle with this 6 dexterity. Hello!
As you open it and throw the sparkler, it basically hits the barrel in front of you, makes a heavy ding sound. For those that were behind the door, feel free to position yourselves. I won't lock you into where your token happened to be when Warren did that. You guys could have positioned around the side if you so chose before this kicked off.
I'm gonna have to spend a thing for extra movement anyways, and I have nimble, so I can just bob and weave around my friends. It's fine.
Cool, that works for me. As Warren, you throw the sparkler a couple of feet, hitting the water-filled barrel. Both of the goblins sort of startling in surprise as the one in the back tosses up water as he falls back. The one that was kind of loosely on his side under the spigot kind of like shuffles under the muddy stone underneath them. Let's go ahead and roll some initiatives.
Oh man.
Not bad.
Solid rolls.
Ooh.
Ooh,
And you guys have tie for dex.
I have a
Oh
15.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
click on the thing.
Would you roll one more time for me, Hyperion? I think I accidentally deleted yours.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
It was doing the
You-
same thing it used to do, where it left the rolls on there. It stopped doing that.
Do you want to roll or do you just have a preference? Please? Let me go first.
I mean, I think you're naturally first since you're the one who threw the thing, right?
Kind of makes sense. But let's see what the gobbies get.
See what our goblins get. Let me make sure.
Ones and twos.
There we go.
They're surprised.
They see us as
Aha!
gods and surrender.
That is a 6. And they are mechanically surprised on this first round.
Oh, good.
Not expecting an ambush while bathing.
Mhm.
We will
Haven't they
kick
watched
it
any
off.
horror movies?
It's okay. I sometimes take baths with my friends too.
It will be Warren's turn.
Right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I hold my action to take off his bracelet until he's grappled?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Is this a bonus? I think this might actually be an action. It is. Boo. Okay. And that's it, yeah. I'll just kind of run up and he'll just... I'm basically eyeballing his wrist, and as soon as he's grappled, I'm going to try and snatch it.
Move from Warren to Kira.
Yeah. Gonna move in. So I can move 30 feet a turn. And I guess if I use my action to get in position, because you're gonna grapple him, right? Because I'm weaker than you.
Yeah.
So guess I'll use my action to dash. Maybe I'll even kind of dash into this back corner so that hopefully he turns around. I mean, I
Tap
don't
him on
know.
the shoulder.
Easy enough. Easy enough. You
I'm also eyeing the wrist.
You're watching that wrist, and again, it very much looks like a manacle bracelet. A little bit, not really like petite, a little more narrow, but very sturdy built, as you can see it sort of moving about on this goblin as it's flailing in the water. We'll cut from Kira to Francisco.
Uh, gonna put that there. Take off key point.
Ooh, what does your step of the wind look like, if anything? That's the party's first time seeing you use your bits.
I mean, we're about to go into battle, and just he takes in a breath, and then just pulls a hidden flask that's like tied to a rope around his neck. Takes a sip, and then just runs. And he kind of like goes up along the sides of the wall as he does it too a little bit.
Hell yeah. Ending in like a bit of a twist flip as you boom right in front of this goblin.
And then grapple.
Give me an athletics check, my good sir.
Big rolls, big money, let's go. 7.
We'll use its dex. It is not proficient. It's a 7.
Meets it
As the
beats, I guess.
as the defender, yeah, meets it beats. So a
Yeah.
7 would grapple.
I'm just like, shit.
Nice. One goblin grappled up. We'll do.
Oh, I thought it worked the other way around. He beats. Okay.
Since it's your turn, I'm just basically looking at it from like your POV. Like a 7 is what you needed to beat, basically.
Got it.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Good job.
That's how I'm
Hey,
interpreting
they're not
it.
shit. I just go, hey.
Not that one. There we are. We got one
Get the
grapple
bracelet,
by
get the bracelet.
Francisco. We will close out our gang with Hyperion.
Hyperion will move 5 feet here, move 20 feet here for 25, then 5 feet kitty corner to the goblin, and he will reach out to grab the
Yeah.
goblin. But before he does that, he does his bonus action and activates Peerless Athlete.
Ooh, that's your channel divinity. What's that look
Yep.
like?
So Hyperion's eyes are normally like an orange, and they glow, but it's just like ever so slightly, and so it gets really intense and like like in cartoons where like when people move, but they have like the streaks where their eyes glow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot like that. As he kind of like starts wandering in, and he's kind of got like this golden shimmer that kind of gleams off of him as well as he kind of moves through. And then the chain around his neck is all glowing and lit up as well.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Give me that athletics check with advantage.
Athletic advantage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, Diddy.
18. Oh, with an 18
Oh,
from the goblin.
bullshit.
No. My action. My
It's a
action
little
is
too
gone.
slippery as it's sort of flailing about, just trying to right itself.
Well, this
Bullshit.
isn't good.
Nope.
All right. The goblins, being surprised, are unable to do anything on this turn. bringing us to the top of initiative on round 2, we will start with
Nice.
Warren.
Grab him, Warren.
What?
I'm actually looking.
I missed.
Athletics.
Oh, -1. What does he get? +2. Okay. 3-point spread. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Or try to knock him out. Either or.
I could.
Just give him a good bonk on the head.
Good bop.
Okay. I'll slip my hand into my bag of holding into the battle fist, and then I'll just like sock him some non-lethal damage.
Get him, Warren.
Knock him out. Go to sleep.
Go to
Yeah.
sleep.
11?
Oh, an 11 will miss the goblin.
Nanny. Oh. Seems done. Good night. Okay, that's action. Cool. I don't. How many bits of it out? No, because they're running. Okay. Alright, swing and a miss. And alrighty, period. I tried. It's your turn. That's all I got.
That's all I got, Coach.
I told you, ain't no good.
Right. Closing out Warren. That will bring us to Kira.
I'm gonna try to rip this manacle off.
Get him.
What do I roll?
You can give me, since he is grappled, he's sort of like pulled back. You have Francisco there kind of holding him, trying to keep his arm straight. You could go ahead and make me either an athletics or a sleight of hand to try to get this bracelet off.
Oh, did she not? Wait, did you hold an action to take it off last time, or did you just?
Yeah,
I had to
dash.
use my action to dash.
Yeah. But it kind of worked out with like order of
Yeah.
turns
Turn order.
anyways, so
They were surprised.
21 sleight of hand.
Oh.
As this goblin is sort of thrashing about, Francisco doing your best to hold the slippery goblin as it is soaking wet now, especially after it was bathing itself. Kira, you would maybe struggle on its wrist and hand for a minute, squeezing on this bracelet, putting as much effort as you could until you feel it give just a little bit, just enough of a give and separation for you to yank hard, slipping off its wrist across its hand as you sort of fall back into the cave wall slightly, like in a half step.
Woo!
This bracelet in hand, and this goblin immediately kind of like laxing in your arms, Francisco.
Just dying in your arms.
Drop him, Francisco, and come grapple this other gobby.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be like, "Hey, friend, hey, you're okay. Calm down." And then I'll direct Francisco to like help them out.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. We'll say maybe it eats up movement and your bonus action, but just a persuasion to sort of reality check the goblin as it sort of came back into self-awareness.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh!
wow.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay.
Whoa!
As the goblin is like sort of riding itself in Francisco's arms, you can sort of see it go like slack and adjust itself to look at you. Huh? What happened? What are you guys doing? Hey. Oh, is that the brace? It's like kind of having like going through these steps where it's no longer aggressive. Francisco, you can just feel it. You're just holding a goblin in your arms as we will go from Kira's turn to your turn.
Save us, Francisco.
You got this, right? Let go. Move
Go.
over. I guess I'm gonna go for another grapple.
Yeah,
Do it,
Get
my
'em.
boy. Do
Get
it, my
'em,
boy.
Francisco.
tackle him.
Get him.
Yeah.
Oh!
Natural 20.
Damn.
God.
Alright.
Beautiful.
I'll roll.
The ending has
this.
been written.
14. What does it look like for Francisco as you spin around and get your second grapple in a row?
Hmm. Ooh, maybe he like just kind of jumps from the previous space and almost like slides underneath the goblin's legs and then just comes up from behind and then kind of twists around and then gets back over to this position as I'm holding him.
Love it. Love it.
And I'm just like, get it off him.
That will move us from Francisco over to Hyperion.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get that damn bracer off.
Give me a sleight of hand or an athletics check.
we're-
Athletics would be with advantage.
Yeah, we're gonna go with athletics. Please don't fuck me. Hey!
Yeah,
Three.
my God.
After a little bit of strain for just a brief moment, Francisco tightening up his grip so that way the goblin can barely move in this pin hold you have him in. You use just one hand, almost grabbing this for you very small bracelet, just sort of squeezing where it connects. You hear a bit of a crack before you move it, the latch giving as the bracelet would fall down to the ground in a clatter. We'll say Kira's natural 20 persisting as the other goblin that was first removed from the bracer would begin shouting out, Burl, 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 it's okay. It's okay. Hey, you're okay. You're okay. I know it's weird. Hey, let him go, white-haired human. Let him go.
Yeah, I can't hear him, so I know he's talking to me.
His
Hi.
name's Burl, and you can let him go.
Oh, you're good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
he's
go,
good.
let go, buddy.
Make him tap.
Slowly let go.
Make him
As our initiative is dropped, as the two goblins are both standing there, self-realization sort of coming back to each of them. Burl. Yeah, what the hell's? Oh, I've had such a headache. Ugh. The first goblin. I know. It's all right. Just breathe in through the nose. It's a bit weird. Yeah. Who in the hells are you people?
We ran across Cheek out in the outer tunnels, so to speak, and he told us about the problem y'all been having here with these bracelets and that, I don't know, he called him Orc Face,
It was ogre face.
Ogre Face.
Yeah. Murthin. Yeah. Ogre Face is a pretty good name. Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? Orthane?
Murthin. He
Murthane.
Merthin.
likes to tote himself as some sort of underlord. Just a prick.
I'm gonna stick with ogre face.
Right.
Is he an actual ogre? Or you just call him ogre face because you think his face is actually like an ogre?
He's like an ogre. He's not quite as big as some ogres we've seen in the tunnels.
Okay, so not.
Burl. Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of runty, but he's big for us. I mean,
So maybe
hells.
okay, so an orc?
So bigger than y'all, but not as
Wow.
big as an ogre.
He's not an orc. He's like an ogre. He's just like a runty ogre.
How many
Right.
Hyperions is he?
Gesturing over.
Hmm,
And
maybe
Hyperion raises his
two?
wing.
And puffs up.
two feathery humans worth.
Two feathery humans.
Right. Well, we're in here because that guy's going to get y'all in a lot of trouble for all that stuff he's been having you do and take for him, getting the attention of the kingdom and not in a good way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Cheek. Oh, Cheek. Cag, we tried to kill Cheek.
Yeah,
And the other goblin, you're right. We did. Fuck. God, we've killed a lot of people. We've taken a lot. We don't even get any of the shit. They're both just like having this bickering, just realizing how much they've been used, basically.
Right. Well, we want to help stop that, and we saw an opportunity to get the bracelets off of y'all in here, and I don't know. Hopefully, maybe you can help us get further in and stay undetected. We want to try to poison that prick and take him down without hurting any goblin folk.
Ideally.
I think they're making his food now. I guess I'm not really sure. We were supposed to be on guard duty, but we stink to high hells. This fucking stinky room made us stink to shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you think we should maybe wash off real quick? Just, get that lingering scent off of
Yeah, I probably would. I'd just, yeah.
Start splashing water on his feathers.
Some weird duck bath thing.
Well, you think I
Alright.
should go grab Cheek?
He's here? Like he got out?
Well, he sure did. We found him out in the tunnels, and he's waiting out in that outer area right now.
Found the
Mhm.
entrance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Cheek can help with. He's public enemy number one. We have orders. If no one has a bracelet, they're supposed to be dead, basically. And he's lucky he got out, honestly.
You did? Well, let me
Well-
ask you a question. You think this bracelet will pass? I'll show them my fake one.
It's not bad. Could be better. Here. And Cag would grab the one that was basically just broken off of Burl. It tried this one. This one is it. I mean, I don't know. It is it. Not yours, isn't it?
Right. It's not still active, is it, Warren?
I don't know. When Cag tries to put it on.
No, wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. Can I do an Arcana check to see if it's still...
Give me an Arcana check, Warren.
Guess I'll kind of tinker with it, see what I can learn.
I'm not.
Well,
I'm a magic
Ugh.
caster. Can I provide an assist? Definitely not a bracelet magic caster.
Sure. You can give him assist.
One more, Warren.
Oh my.
Oh. Well, I'm not that much help, okay?
It's hard without seeing the source of it all.
With a 9, you're not sure. Again, much like you theorized, you would kind of need to know the source or how this is implicated. This could just be a receiver. It could have broken a spell that was on them, and this just kept the spell in place. It could have been the source of it. It's kind of hard to tell.
All right. Well, if we're not confident, maybe you can just tweak mine to look more like theirs. How easy is that?
Do I have the materials?
Mm,
That's their stuff around.
You could try to alter the bracelet. You don't need,
Yeah.
unless you wanted to do a whole new one.
No, that's fair. I would just tweak it a little bit more to make it a little more exact. Now they have something to reference.
Fair enough. Been in a couple minutes getting the
Yeah, just a
bracelet sort
couple.
of solidified. The two goblins looking between each other. If they find out we don't have bracelets, what are they going to do to us? They're going to try to kill us like we tried to kill Cheek.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's best you guys go back, find Cheek, and maybe get out of here.
Well, hold on. Let's not rush. I mean, I don't entirely disagree, but they have more information on like the orders and whatnot. Like, you think as long as my bracelet passes, everyone will be hunky dory with me wandering around, or did you, recognize that Cheek was Cheek and was supposed to be here but didn't have his bracelet? Like, how did that all work? Being under that spell.
Like scratching their head as if trying to recall a dream. Burl sort of looks at you. Eh, well, we saw he didn't have a bracelet, and we had to kill him, as we were told at one point if they don't have a bracelet, they're a traitor. Uh, uh, trying to. Well, I mean, it didn't feel good. Hmm. What was your question again?
Right. Okay. You think people will attack me because I'm unfamiliar? Or you think if I got this bracelet, I'll be good enough?
Uh, well, if they gets an order and you're not following the order, they're gonna look at you awfully funny. It's just
All
like it's
right.
like a command. So if I mean, I don't. I guess if you play along, play your cards right, maybe.
All right.
Hard to describe. It's like we. I mean, we can see faces and people, but it's like we're not there. We don't put a whole lot of stock behind it. Hard to
Mhm.
describe.
All
Like
right. Well.
I knew we were trying to kill our friend, but it was like, this is what you do. And then
Mhm.
you don't realize how stupid it is until you get this stupid bracelet off.
Right. Hmm. Well, I think I can only think of one more question to ask. I don't know if anyone else has any others, but how close are we to? Oh, I forgot his name.
Overface.
Overface. Yeah, mold. Old.
Myrthin?
Thin.
Myrthin.
What?
Or
Murthin.
thin.
How
Myrthin.
close are we to Murthin's chambers?
Well, if you keep going up these tunnels, on the left there you'll get to the sharpened room, and then there's what are the pins, I guess is what we call them. It's where we keep the captives. And then, but if you don't go left, you don't go to the sharpened room or to the captive room. If you keep going, up the tunnels further, you'll hit the food room. Got lots of food in there. I think they're making Murthin's food. I mean, it's kind of messed up, but it was actually one of the horses we got from the raid earlier. It was like a smaller pony, and they're cooking it up.
Oh,
All right.
It's too
Look at that.
gamey for us. I don't think it. I mean, we'll eat a lot of weird stuff, but horse is just a little tough. There's so much muscle.
Mhm. All right.
But then you get to the food room. You just keep going down the food room, and I'll take you to the stairs, and the stairs takes you right to his chamber. It's real big. It's usually a couple of goblins out there. It's like there's like a little training section out front, and then there's like his big throne he has to have.
hmm
All the way off to the right. Across the water, like on the other side of the water, it's all of his shinies. So many shinies.
And do you think we're on the shortest path to that, or is there a shorter one?
Short path from that. Yeah, yeah. Keep going down this way, and then you get the food room, and you go through the food room, and you get to the stairs. If you go past the stairs, you'll get to the sleep room, and you're gonna find more of our family in there.
Right.
So not past the stairs.
All right. Okay. Anyone else have any other questions?
Hmm.
No, I think I'm pretty good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, thank you, fellow goblin and friends. We greatly appreciate it. And if you do kill Ogreface, let us know. We could throw a pretty great party.
Uh, do miss a
You
good
look-
goblin party.
We haven't had a partying forever. Ogreface is such a fucking asshole. Marthin he deserves all the fine drink, all the fine food. We don't get anything.
Right.
We'll correct that real quick. Don't you worry.
Suppose it's worth asking, do you want to join us or would you rather get out of here?
I'd rather get out of here, but I mean, if you need us, we could try to help.
I think the hardest part is trying to get through with our big friend here. Unnoticed.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
see-
that's just gonna be a problem. Like, there's the biggest thing besides this guy is Merthin.
Did you say Mario, your friends or family are sleeping?
I think some of them are. They got back from a raid not too long ago, so some of them are tuckered out. Some got hurt.
Oh. Well, maybe you'd want to accompany us to the sleep room and help us remove their bracelets?
I mean, we can try. I mean,
You don't have to. I mean, we could also take a look. It was just a thought if you wanted to.
I mean, we're gonna cross a lot more of our goblin people on the way. It's not like a straight path. I mean, bringing your
Yeah.
big friend around and even just keeping you two humans looking not like humans is gonna be hard. The minute they get an inkling, they're just gonna turn on you.
I see.
Right. What if they help us with the goblins along the way? Because, I was actually thinking, I got some flasks of oil, and while everyone else won't be bathing like these two were, maybe if we
Oh
can
yeah, that could.
slap some
that's
oil in
still-
there, it might make it easier to get those bracelets off.
Mhm.
All right. Well, maybe if they don't mind, they could accompany us and just add a little more validity to the party. At least maybe vouch for you, and then we'll just have to keep figuring out Hyperion along the way.
Mind guiding us, helping us take down nasty orc face.
Tag and Burl look at each other. Okay, yeah, sure. If things go south, we're just running. Just to let you know, we've done a lot of
enough.
fighting.
Oh,
too much
y-
fighting.
Yeah, feel free to take off. Just help us tell a story, or like I said, just vouch for Kira here, so it's not an immediate. Who is this?
Right. Well, since I have the fake bracelet, I guess I'll take point.
All right. Let's see our party and their two new goblin companions begin to move towards that door, heading up north. As everyone's getting situated, preparing to open it, giving it a check, it would appear to be unlocked.
Whoa.
Put my
Giving it
ear
an
to the
op-
door.
Ah, give me a perception check.
Perception. Everybody, shut up!
Na.
Sounds quiet. Not hearing anything on the other side of the door. Burl probably walking up and just like loudly. No one's probably in the hallway, so you know. I mean, unless you're coming to bathe. I mean, maybe they are if they finish dinner early. But they gotta cook that whole little horse I was talking about. Too gamey. Who's gonna eat that?
Right. Well, keep your wrists covered so no one notices you're not wearing your bracelets.
Ah, smart.
All right, we're moving quiet. Like, I'm gonna mimic exactly what he did when he was like telling us to move quiet.
And Cag and Burl are super receptive to that, and they're like nodding feverishly. Okay, yeah, we could do that. We could do that, right, bud? Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, you just moving like that. How could you not, be stealthy? Opening up the door, seeing the tunnel sort of continue on, the flicker of a stray torchlight, not obfuscating, lighting the obfuscated tunnel before you. The two goblins begin moving behind you. Francisco, Warren, and Hyperion giving it a bit of a berth, seeing the three begin to head down the tunnel. I think as you begin to round that corner, seeing a little bit of more stray light from an upway intersection. I think that's where we'll end our session for today.
Oh,
I was feeling it coming. It's like, how far are we gonna get? This is taking a while. This is way more extensive than I imagined.
well, because we're not just bopping shit, man.
I know.
Let me
You
pop
guys
the
have been
ball.
so good at the first encounter. Nice.
Yeah.
You guys
That
killed
was
Francisco's secret MVP. Like,
Yeah,
goddamn.
dude.
Back-to-back grapple is fucking nutty.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
let's go.
You can join their group now. Elderon's calling.
That is true. You're building out the resume in front of them right now.
Yeah. See, this is his plan. He just like, yeah, I know people aren't gonna like me at first, but I got the skills to back it up.
I can prove myself.
Once they see me in action, there's no way they'll say no.
Yeah.
Goblins are a lot more slippery when okay. That's all I can
Listen, I may not be smart, and I may not be charming, and I may not be sober, but goddamn, do I have unearned confidence?
Yeah. Also, I had a thought. My intelligence is a 7.
Oh Jesus!
How did you even do that on point by?
What 2 did
Oh,
you
we did
stat?
point by.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did point by.
That is some. I did rolls.
Oh, you were here when we did character creation.
I don't remember you saying point by.
It's okay. We can fix it later. We can fix her later. Luckily, it's just your core stats. Those are pretty easy.
But yeah, since I was trying to hide it, I did like IRL rolls, and they were all awful.
What a session.
What a session!
Also, okay, I have to my own horn. I have kept up this southern accent way longer and better than I anticipated.
Dude, you did
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah,
Thank
props to
you.
So
you.
good.
South will rise
Killing
again.
it.
Right?
So good. Yeah, because I practiced in the car a few times and I was like, this is going horribly.
You all, this is
So
not
good.
going well.
You all.
So next week is Mavi's game,
That was good.
and then after that it's Christmas,
Goodness.
and then after that it's New Year's Eve.
Damn.
So it sounds
Wow,
like
wait.
our next game that I would run would be New Year's Eve. Did we want to do survival on New Year's Eve? I don't know if we'll have Papa Perry, or if you guys have anything planned. Obviously, let me know. We could do more survival. We can continue on with survival until Papa Perry returns to us more regularly, or we can take the plunge on one of our other games. We could do the first one that I could think of would be like Tales of Antia,
Oh.
because Benny's.
Mm.
Oh wait, no, Benny is in that game. Fuck me. Damn it.
Well,
Arwen?
Yeah. His beautiful, very, very nice, wholesome elf lady.
oh, I love her.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Um,
Well, the only other one I could think of was, well, then we could do, was it Alpha Chorus? Because Theo is one of the few characters I'd be totally fine piloting, because I did pilot him for so long, where he kind of became like a half NPC to me. I'm very,
mhm.
very
Mhm.
familiar with his story.
And we're talking about New Year's Eve, or are we talking about
Well, this is like it's like New Year's Eve / like going forward.
Right.
Because survival was just supposed to be like in the meantime until at
Mhm.
least like Mavi became more regular again. Since he has
Yeah.
a hectic holiday schedule,
Yeah.
they didn't want us to like throw into one of our other games and hop back in without, at least having Maverick there.
What is this? Yeah.
I'm fine for whatever on the 31st. I know that doesn't help, but I'm totally cool. Like, whatever works. And honestly, like, I don't know when Benny will be around again. And as much as I like having him here, I'm fine with playing something. And he's just in the proverbial background that's just. We don't have to write him in the story. He can just be there when he's there.
I mean, we can always do like we can do Dragon Seekers, and then whenever he does come back to us, if we are playing Dragon Seekers, his little kobold dude could like arrive to you all, like, finally arrived. I'm the herald of your champions. Oh, great, Volwyn.
But we might start getting them more once he's all settled and whatnot.
Yeah, I know he's getting close to settled, but I don't know if he'll be interested in playing. I don't
That's
know.
fair. You should have Sundays off again.
I mean, I'm having fun with survival right now, so
Yeah, I like it.
that's my vote.
It feels a little riskier, and I feel like this is some of the most alternative ways we've played.
It's pretty
The
great.
most what?
Alternative.
alternative.
ways we've played.
I feel like we've
Y'all
done
have
more
to-
non-lethal knockout,
Yeah, this is like
more
is the
cautious
crazy-
play than normal.
right?
Mhm.
Usually we're just like, kill everything.
Punch him, fight him, have a blow him up.
I've got a
Also-
13 and 22 health, and I got fucking punched in the brain by
Yep.
freaking gas.
By
So-
Oh
Steve
yeah, I forgot
Punch
about
in
that.
the nose
Samantha.
hole.
My mind.
Oh wait, how much health are you down?
It took 3, and my
Oh,
cap is 22, so I'm at 19.
okay. Yeah, and we lost 2 people right off the bat, so I just feel like this already feels more intense of a game.
It is fun. Like, I feel like we're more precious about money.
Yeah, and shit's making me nervous.
It does make me nervous. Too.
I'm like, but what if?
Well, one of
Oh,
my
my.
favorite things is, when you guys first showed up to Long Barrow and I had you roll, I think it was it's either D12, D6, or D20. I can't remember. I guess I can go look at the table. But I had you just roll, and that roll was kind of like the status quo for like Ravenholm and Long Barrow and a little bit of Bellcrest, just to like give me like a loose basis on what's happening. So someone asking the party to help with some goblins, like, was already planned, like, before our goblin and goblin speaking Aarakocra were ever a part of the plan.
It's funny.
That
So
is
it's just-
interesting.
It's just so, because again, in the original run through of this, it was like, I didn't think Chad would A, stumble upon the entrance, and then B, like, when you're like sent there, you just find like a rogue goblin hanging outside, like, fight them. If you happen to talk to them, you could have learned this storyline, but I was like, they're not gonna talk to the goblin, they're just gonna fight the goblin. And then, yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I
Crazy
wasn't
how
expecting
things
this whole subplot of like, yeah, the goblins are being enslaved by a fucking dickhead, and that's why they're acting out. Like, I had kind of thought
Mm-hmm.
that maybe that was something you did to alter it after I was like, yeah, my character's a goblin. And so, like, it was a way to make it, like, more sympathetic or, like, just give more options because of my goblin heritage. So to find out that that's, like, not the case at all, it's just, like, super interesting.
It was, I think the only thing I did alter was the bracelets. I think before it was just a spell.
Uh,
It's the only thing
I like that
altered.
it's bracelets. I think it's cool.
Mhm.
Because I didn't want it to feel like, oh, Matt is forcing us to kill goblins when I am a goblin character. This makes me feel weird.
Yeah.
I don't want that to be the vibe.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, she's killed her fair share of goblins. Ooh,
I mean,
you
yeah,
guys
but
don't know that.
You're-
I didn't want it to feel weird, so I was like, well, the option to possibly stop them from being mind controlled is on the table, and that's good enough for me.
What's funny is that I think what's most weird for her is to be stumbling across these goblins and being like friendly with them, to be honest. Happy to this. Oh my goodness. When they were like, yeah,
Toothless.
party. She's like, oh man. Oh man. Been a while.
Oh, I can't wait to have a goblin
Been a
party, dude.
while.
Oh,
I have the perfect music. I've actually so that's why I was asking like about the other games and stuff, because I have like a really loose idea of a winter game, a follow-up game.
Oh.
ooh.
Because you guys mentioned that you wanted to go after the red spirit.
Oh,
So
for sure. I mean, I think 2 characters, that's like their whole thing now. My guy was like,
Mhm.
oh, this is what I do now. I will go and fight the red spirit.
So I was thinking like since it would be following that, we could pick up the game like I mean, I don't know how much. So I'm only in like the loose brainstorming of it,
Mhm.
but it could be either years after like you guys have been searching for him, or it could be just like a few weeks later. So either way, the point being that it doesn't have to be actually Christmas. You know, so we could do this like mid-January if you guys want.
Ooh, I'm down.
Christmas.
December 24th.
Oh, Toothless. Oh, so cute. I wish you guys could hear him purring. Let's see.
It just sounds like some demonic growl.
Nah, I had you guys right next to him. It didn't look like Mike was picking it up. Toothless. Oh my
I'm a shy
goodness.
boy, mother.
Mother, my affection is a secret.
I'm not here to
I
be
only-
paraded in front of your friends.
He only sleeps with me after I've fallen asleep. Like I'll be in my room all night, like reading on my bed, watching little videos, and he's not there. And I'm like, okay, I guess he's not gonna sleep in here tonight. And then I wake up in the middle of the night, and he's like against my back or at my feet. Like,
It's because
"Aw."
you're gonna give him too much attention when you're awake.
But
I
I
don't like to
don't.
be perceived, mother.
Mother. It's cute, but also I'm getting flea bites. So he's got one flea that we have not managed to get. We've spotted it like 3 times, and then we try to grab it and it slips away. And he's got
Yeah.
dense little fur. And they don't.
His full name is Toothless Flea Bite Fosnot.
Aw. Aw. I got briefly bullied in church for having lice because someone
What?
kept passing it around school. So I got it twice in 1 year.
It's a crazy thing to get bullied for.
Yeah, well, they were like, I've told this story before. I don't remember to who or when, but they're Emily Filburn, and I was home for the summer or whatever, and Mom's phone rang. So I was home for the summer, like after being in the Marine Corps. I was home for the summer. Mom's phone rang, and she was like, "Can you pick that up?" And I was like, "Sure." I was like, "Hello." And it was this chick from church, Emily Filburn, like very, very cute girl, very like attractive in the face, and just like not a lot going on upstairs.
Sure.
Not the brightest person. And
Sorry. Yeah, I was in the bathroom, but I remember who you're talking about.
and she's like, "Hi, Sister Plaza," and I was like, "No, this is Bryce. Mom's busy. Like, what's up?" And she was like, "Oh my God, Bryce! Hi, how are you?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I'm good. Hey, what's up?" And she was like, "Do you remember that song we made about you?" And I was like, "Song? I don't remember a song." And she's like, "You know, Bryce said lies twice. And I was like,
Jeez.
I
What the hell,
What?
dude?
was like,
Jeez.
oh, right. So good to see you.
Love
Anyway,
this.
I think my
This
mom's
was
here.
amazing.
My
Let's
mom
not
actually
do this
said you're a
again.
bitch and she doesn't want to talk to you. I gotta go.
Like- Yeah, I'm gonna go hang up the phone.
First of all, that's not a song, okay? It's a chant.
Yeah, at best it's a fun ditty.
And I was like, you're gonna bring that up. That's like that's what you remember. That's what you think is appropriate. Like what? 14 years later?
I don't know why I have such a hard time making friends.
I knew there was a reason I forgot you.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember why we were never friends now. Crazy. How's the baby?
Try not to dry heave. How's the newborn?
I don't know. I assume she has a baby or two at this point.
That's just a safe assumption, yeah.
Yeah, she's still in the church, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It'd be weirder
Anyway.
if she didn't.
Should be the talk of the town.
Mommy. Mommy. What? No. No. Say it again.
Say it to my face.
You
Mouth,
fall asleep
bitch.
first.
Say it with your chest, young man.
he is not like loud and obnoxious like he used to be. Not to me anyway. I mean, Carter says that he still complains outside her door, but I don't hear that stuff, so I only ever hear
Come out here and fight me for your house.
Fight me.
Fight me.
Cat. Can you say something? Can you say hi to my friends? Say hi. Hey, do I have to annoy you to say something? Because that's not fun.
This whole burrito could be yours.
Just imagine how
if
that
you would
makes
just
me
say
feel.
hello.
Making me feel like a dick. Come on. There we go. Did you hear it?
Him.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I had to
Where's
annoy him.
What was that cry of distress I just heard?
Nothing. Mind your own business. Craig, get out of here.
Oh yeah, let's get
Greg,
Craig.
don't get out of here.
Like,
Yeah,
Mark
yeah,
that.
Craig. It's not
Craig, mark
safe
that.
for you no more.